In the small, picturesque village of Utese, nestled in Nigeria's northeast, a young woman named Osas emerged as a beacon of hope. Surrounded by rolling hills and a landscape scarred by hardship, the village bore the weight of neglect. Education was a luxury few could afford, especially for girls, who were often married off before their dreams had the chance to take flight. Osas grew up under a tattered thatched roof, the eldest of 6 children. Her father, a farmer, and her mother, a petty trader, struggled to make ends meet. But Osas had an insatiable hunger for learning. At dawn, she would trek miles to the nearest school, her feet blistered from the rocky terrain, with a borrowed textbook clutched tightly in her arms. One fateful day, her teacher, Mr. Oli, gave her a piece of advice that would forever shape her destiny. Osas, he said, education is the ladder that can lift our village out of darkness. But someone must be brave enough to hold the ladder steady for others to climb. This became Osas' mission. By the time she was 18, she had earned a scholarship to study education in the city. But Osas knew her journey wasn't just for her, it was for the children of Utese who sat beneath mango trees, scribbling on dusty slates, dreaming of a better tomorrow. After graduation, Osas returned to her village, armed with nothing but determination. She started teaching under a massive baobab tree, where she gathered children daily, turning the shade into a makeshift classroom. The odds were stacked against her: no funding, no materials, and relentless opposition from those who believed educating girls was a waste of time. One evening, as the sun dipped behind the hills, Osas held a village meeting. With fiery conviction, she addressed the elders. Our children are our legacy. Without education, they remain shackled to poverty. But with knowledge, they can rewrite the story of Utese. Her passion ignited something in the hearts of the villagers. Slowly, they began to support her efforts. Farmers donated wood to build a classroom, mothers brought water to mix clay for bricks. Osas reached out to NGOs and activists, and her tireless advocacy bore fruit. Within a year, a modest school stood where the baobab once shaded her students. Osas didn't stop there. She taught young girls tailoring skills alongside literacy, ensuring they had both education and empowerment. She introduced evening classes for adults, teaching them to read and write. Years later, Utese transformed into a hub of learning. The village that once teetered on the edge of despair now produced teachers, nurses, and engineers. At the center of it all was Osas, a torchbearer whose courage, perseverance, and dedication had shattered the chains of ignorance. Osas became a legend, her name spoken with reverence. To the people of Utese, she wasn't just a teacher, she was a hero who had proven that one determined soul could light the way for an entire generation.